What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Two for Two, your sports podcast for the culture, by the voice of the culture. I'm your host, Quis, and I'm here with my boy Nell. As always, we got a great episode for y'all coming today, man. We're going to tap into the All-Star weekend, look ahead to the rest of the NBA season. So sit back, enjoy this one, man. Season 3, episode 29. Nell, we see your thoughts on the All-Star weekend, man. But aside from that, man, how has your week been since we last talked to you here on the pod, my brother?
Damn. Let's see. Still in desperate need of a haircut. That's why you see my hat on. But all things considered, man, it's been good. Doing great. How about yourself?
I can't complain. I hope everybody had a happy, a good Valentine's Day, a good All-Star weekend, a good 1 week off from football. There's been a lot of changes in the world, I guess, in the sports world at least. And so, I can't complain. I'm doing cool. I'm doing good. Life's good. I'm alive. So, every day on the earth is another good day, man. So, we're gonna jump right into it, man. So, as you saw, as y'all heard, Nell booed the All-Star weekend in our intro, man. So we're gonna go right into it now. Let's go ahead, rip the band-aid off, bro. Great All-Star weekend for me, man. From the celebrity game.
I ain't watched the celebrity game. Yeah. I probably
Man,
should have. I
hey,
I was busy Friday. I
I
didn't get a
saw
chance to, but
all I'm gonna say is the message that came across my phone was that if the Cowboys was playing basketball, they might have a championship by now.
all right, man. Like, see stuff like that. Just like it, you just
Didn't
like
I
kill
didn't say
the
my point was Michael Parsons had a great game. I know you didn't watch it, but we don't have to talk about that.
Had a great
That's
game
not
in
what we,
the playoffs.
huh?
I wish he had a great game in the playoffs, not in the celebrity game.
Yeah,
But I'm
priorities.
yeah, guy. I'm
Yeah, priorities. It's
yeah, guy.
okay.
I'm trying.
So we got All-Star weekend, right? We got the Rising Star Celebrity Game, we got the dunk contest, 3-point contest, skills challenge. We had the shoot off between Sabrina and Steph Curry. A great shoot off. Sabrina Ionesco shoot. She would have outscored most of the guys in the 3-point contest, but you know, she lost to Steph. I mean, hey, it's Steph. Two of the best shooters on the planet. Not mad at her. She put up a great fight, great battle. You know what I'm saying?
My guy holding it down.
Yeah, Steph held it down. And then we got the All-Star game, which happened on Sunday. So go ahead, give me your overall grade and get into your thoughts of the overall All-Star game.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna give it a D. Uh, I mean, really, just not memorable from this weekend. Like, honestly, one of the best parts of the weekend for me. I went back and I watched the Rising Stars game and watching the team with Wemby, Team Powell with Wemby and Brandon Miller losing to the G League team. That was some spicy stuff towards the end because I mean they were definitely Wemby especially was kind of just doing anything in the first couple of minutes.
Yeah.
G League were coming out playing hard. You could tell from tip off they were coming out playing hard. Dunk contest winner Mac McClung had a good game. So I mean, especially when it got to the end, and Team Powell was trying to come back and get that win, and they really started locking up on defense. It was real hard for the G League team to score at the end, but they got it done. Couldn't get it done in the championship, but I mean, just them beating the team, full of NBA players, even if it was just an exhibition, and they were trying hard at the end. That was cool to see. 3-point contest was good. I feel like that usually always delivers. Who won that? Dame
And
showed up. And a lot of
back.
guys had high numbers. Like you had to get 26 just to get to the next round. Like 24, 25, it wasn't enough for you. So 3-point contest was good. The skills challenge has just kind of become a joke over the past 10, 15 years.
Boy,
Uh,
Scotty Barnes out there making it look worse.
who let radio in the All-Star game, man?
Oh,
So look, what else we got? Dunk contest was mid, per usual. Jalen Brown needs to. I mean, look, like he said, like got a lot of guys, a lot of star players don't want to participate anymore because they don't want to be a meme. And Jalen Brown, I give him credit for at least trying. He didn't have really his first dunk was probably his best dunk. Uh, no really exciting dunks. Wasn't as good as last year's. Uh, don't know what we can do with that. But Saturday night was pretty much mid outside the 3 point shooting contest, and obviously Steph and Sabrina. That was the best part of Saturday for me. And then
Definitely.
All Star game was just it was just disgusting. It was nasty work. I watched the whole thing, and outside of Halliburton, at a little stretch where he went off, he threw a couple flashy passes. Dane was obviously hot, knocked down some threes. Karl Anthony Towns, 30 points in the fourth quarter. Those were some highlights, but overall, it was just terrible effort on both ends. And there's been a lot of discussion, about the game, just kind of what it's turned into and the competitiveness of it. Uh, People have been arguing with me about how competitive games were back in the day. I think you can see if you go back and watch those games, there's a clear difference, in the way that those guys tried on both ends of the floor. I just think there were just like way too many like leak outs. Like guys are just it's just one pass up the court, nobody down there. Just go ahead, lay it up, go ahead, shoot your three, come back on the other and do the same thing. It's just
So you
I mean,
think they should play harder?
yeah, like I ain't saying you got to go hard for 48 minutes, but like least you can do is get back on defense. Like make them pass it once or twice. Like
Yeah.
stand in front of them. Like do something. Like 211 points is crazy. Like that's
Yeah, I mean
crazy.
that's a lot of points, of course. I agree with you in the sense of like,
And like I'm
nah,
really sad about Ant-Man because I thought he was gonna be one of them ones. Like I thought he was like one of them
yeah,
throwbacks
because
that was like competitive, take everything seriously. He didn't give it.
it's I'm kind of in the middle, right? Like I would love for the competitive. I just would rather see them compete a little bit more. They don't necessarily have to play hard, like kind of like you said, like they don't have to play hard the whole time. But I mean, I also understand like this is their only break, right? This is only you get what, a week off.
This is their only break. We had to put in rules to stop people from
And
low managing.
and
Like,
and they not low managing.
oh man, they
I,
get
I
plenty.
I wish I wish that they like we have more moments in All-Star games where like you remember like those Rising Star challenges when Kyrie and Brandon Knight was going at it and stuff like that. Like I wish we had a little bit more of that, right?
Kobe and Shaq guarding each other in
Like let's
2009.
get
Like
let's get a little up and down
LeBron
competition
and
one
Kobe,
on one.
LeBron and Kobe guarding each other, going back and forth.
Right,
Like that's
right.
what
That
that's
would be cool.
All Star Weekend used to mean to me. Now I just like, hey, a friend of mine told me if I want to go back to the old ways, I need to just go on YouTube and watch the old games. So I think I'm starting next year since the players don't care about All Star Weekend. Neither should I. I'll start from 2001 next year and I'll watch that All Star game instead of the 2025 All Star game.
I mean, they're them games were
A lot
there.
better.
They had what we just said. They had guys going at each other for a little bit of time, and even like even just like you said, like the Kobe and LeBron, like 2009, whatever. Like they weren't about like trying to hurt each other, right? But they were just it's a fun. We going at each other for a little bit, and like we see, like I get people to people say, I would rather these guys take the break, whatever, whatever. But it's like I mean, we see when guys go on to play in the Olympics, right? Like we see how, remember those one-on-one Olympic clips? Like when they in practice going crazy, like them guys not worried about getting hurt then, right? Like I'm a firm believer, like in terms of basketball, like when you don't play serious, that's when you get hurt. Granted, like freak injuries happen, of course, but I don't necessarily see like the guys not going at it, or like I don't see guys getting hurt from going at it. Um, so
You I mean, look, if you can name me one serious injury that
yeah,
came out of All Star break,
right,
like
right.
maybe
There,
I'll
that's
change my
the point.
stance on it.
Right. That's the point. And like they could play a little bit harder. They could go at each other a little bit more. I personally am not upset at it. I just
Okay,
didn't really
when
care for
Luka shot the half court shot,
it. Okay, that was
I
stupid.
literally almost turned the game off because like that pissed me off. Like I
Yeah.
am so sick and tired of watching Luka during All Star Weekend because nobody shows that they care. It just feels disrespectful because it just feels like like as much as fans come out, they want to see it
Right.
as big of a weekend and
They try to
celebrate
make it,
the game
yeah.
as it used to be. It just feels kind of disrespectful to me to just. I can't even call that a half-assed effort because it was less than that.
So with that, what would you do to change it, if anything? What can be done to make it to where the guys get their break, but they also have a game where it's like less, like Kobe said, right? This is the biggest and best pickup game of basketball that we'll ever see. or what? That's what you hope for. That's what we hope for. So how do you get somewhere close to that? Because the Rising Stars Challenge had a little intrigue with what they did. Could
I don't
that
think
work?
I don't think there's anything. I think it's just down to the players. Like you'd have to hope that in the next generation of players, we'll have some guys that actually care and want to go out there and compete and make the game fun.
Uh,
Like Kobe and Chris Paul and guys from back in the old generation like LeBron's 40 now. I'm not expecting him to go out there and give his all in an all-star game, but yeah, I mean, it pretty much just comes down to the players. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, you saw Adam Silver wanted to come in, and, he wanted guys to compete a little more than last year, and you kind of could see his reaction when he gave out the trophy to the Eastern Conference when he was like, you guys set the record for points, and well, yeah, well, that's it. Like nothing special came out of this game. So it really just comes down to the mindset of the players. If they don't care, games are going to look like that year in and year out.
yeah, and the sad truth is they probably won't. I think if nothing else, the generations are showing more. Like, I mean, we got a lot of guys in regular season games that don't care. So, you know, trying to have hoping for that. That's a great hope. I don't necessarily see anything changing either. I'm kind of with you. I don't necessarily. I wasn't really even. I really didn't tune into All Star Weekend. Like this used to be something that I just wouldn't miss.
I
Like I
mean,
remember.
there was no,
Yeah,
that's exactly what I said, but there was no reason for you to tune in
yeah.
because
No, there was
they
times
didn't
where
give you a reason to tune in.
I used to be in high school. I don't know because it was always around Valentine's Day, right? So
Yeah.
I'm a young high school, young boy. And I'm like, nah, I gotta watch the All Star game,
When
whatever.
they announced starters and reserves, I'm already like fiending for it. Like I'm ready, but now
Yeah,
it's just,
yeah. It is what it is at this
yeah,
point.
it
It's
keeps
not
this
much.
at this point.
It's not much you can do. But for us, like we said, let's build our dream contest field, right? So the game's gonna suck, right? Whatever. But Quis and Nell, we have the opportunity here to pick the dunk contest field, 3-point contest field. So there's four competitors in the dunk contest, eight in a 3-point contest. Now, go ahead, give me your dream field of current guys. I could open it up and do all time, but that'll get a little messy. I think it'll be a little. Let's keep it current. Because the dunk contest wasn't great, right? So I think there's the argument that we've seen all the dunks, we've seen all the dunks, whatever, whatever. Okay, yes, we have seen a lot of dunks, but we seen a lot of in-game dunks, so we're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like that was tough. So clearly, it doesn't necessarily that doesn't matter. The fact that we've seen the dunks doesn't matter. I think it's about putting a crop of guys in the dunk contest that we would like, right? Like the 3-point contest, you get Dame, we like Dame. You get Brunson, you get Cat, Laurie, you get those guys. Trey Young,
Not being my dream 3-point contest, by the
you
way.
say he had to be. He'll be in your dream finals, but
Yeah,
dunk contest, no disrespect to guys like Mac McClung, great player, G leaguer from Virginia, team loaded guy, one of part of my team loaded family. Happy for him, great dunker, and I'm glad that he's winning these contests. And I think as long as he has this field, I think he'll continue to win. But you add guys like Jacob Toppin, who's a great dunker, but not the average fan might not know him, right? Like, give me your field, man. Just build out the dream field that's gonna make you glued to watch that 3-point contest and dunk contest.
easy. So we're gonna throw Ant-Man in there.
Okay.
We're gonna throw Ja Moran in there.
Okay, we 2 for 2. I got them both.
We'll throw Zion in there.
3 for 3.
Now fourth, I don't know. I ain't really think about it.
Honestly, I'm telling I went Shaden Sharp. That boy can fly.
I haven't seen enough of his dunks to really
Or
say.
I'm thinking Shaden or Mac McClung because I think Mac belongs after, what I mean, he's won the thing twice.
I'm trying to think.
You can go ahead and say Brown. I know you want to see Brown in there.
He's kind of old now. You saw him try to throw it off the glass, and he tried to get that putback dunk. He ain't got that no more. He
I
ain't
was
got
I
that.
was watching the game. I was like, oh, my goat is losing it, man. He don't get off the ground like he used to.
That's crazy that's your goat. But
We can have that argument here.
yeah, we'll say that for another day for sure. Fourth is hard. Damn, I don't know.
Oh man, it's a lot of guys. Zach LaVine, go a little throwback.
I mean, we've seen him. I guess you could throw Levine in there. I know he probably still got some stuff in him. Yeah, we'll say Zach Levine. We'll say Zach Levine.
Okay, I mean, excuse me. So I mean, we was look, we was right there. Like I said, I had Zion, Ja, and I think them three right there. That's just, I mean, you let Zion get healthy and care. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a crazy dunk contest. Um, and I think that's what we, and I think that would bring a little more intrigue to it. I think a lot of even the judges sometimes I feel like there's like a bias, like a disrespect because it's not guys that we're like, oh shoot, like that's the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like it just is what it is. You can go find guys that are willing to do it. Great. I mean, but I think stuff like that you got to put big names on it. And I get it. You know, Jaylen Brown, the whole thing. Oh, this is why superstars don't do it. Like, I mean, Jaylen Brown also just didn't care either. Like, I mean,
I like
we don't have to joke.
I
Like, we don't have to
seen him
lie.
like even as an in-game dunker, I never thought of him as just like
He's
oh
just one of those guys that'll catch you. He can dunk the ball. He'll catch you. Then that's the thing. Like understanding there used to be a problem where I felt like they put too much onus on those in game dunkers, blah blah blah. But like just the guys that we've named, when you see Zion dunk the ball, when you see Ant, like Ja, like that's a
oh
different level of
that's a
athletic.
dunker.
Right. Like this is like it don't matter what they do, what they jumping over, what they like it's gonna look pretty. And I think that's what we've fallen off on. A lot of guys are trying so hard to like do something that we've just never ever seen. That it's like, okay, let me bring out Castanet because everybody know Castanet. That'll give me some points. Like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? Oh, like the 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 dunk contest used to be a whole show. Like it was a whole thing. The Nate Robinson, the white joint, like stuff like that was wow, this is amazing. To the point where even guys that were losing those dunk contests they're winning the joints these days at least. So I like that field, but give me your 3 point contest field. Current day, 8 guys.
All right, let's see.
Well, you don't got to give all 8 if you don't got it. You can just give me who you like to see.
We're gonna find eight. Let's say we're gonna
Bet.
take Steph. We're gonna take Carl
That's
Anthony Towns.
okay.
We're gonna take Dame.
Okay.
Uh,
Don't disrespect that man, Clay. He still can shoot it.
should I still put him in there?
He didn't mind.
So
I
we can still put Clay in there. Uh,
see where else I went.
I like Donovan Mitchell.
Gotta have him.
I want to put Easy Money Sniper in there.
I put him on mine. I'm actually surprised you said that. I put him on mine.
Like, even
Now,
though
KD,
he loved
KD
it,
is much
but
better.
like his
Yeah,
shooter.
he's a much better 3 point shooter than people think.
God, I need what, two more?
More. See if you finish my list off for me.
Uh, I don't know. I'm struggling. I'll take Halliburton. You wasn't feeling that? I'm
Nobody
taking
wants to. You want
Halliburton.
to see him shoot that jumper that many times in a row?
Yeah.
You don't.
Uh, I'm gonna take. Damn, I'm trying to keep it stars because I was about to put Buddy Hield in there.
The Philly bias already. Don't nobody
Yo,
think of
yo,
now. You
yo,
ain't never talked
Steph
about
has
Buddy Hield.
more threes than him like the last 5 years. So like, let's not act like I'm not putting a sniper in.
Hey,
Let's not
y'all
act
ain't
like I'm not.
never heard of Nell talking about Buddy Hield. Y'all have never.
Let's not act like I'm not putting a sniper in there. First of all,
I mean, he can shoot it if that's what you
nah,
want to do.
he's not in there. I'm like, I want this joint to be a little star studded. Uh, God, what other snipers
Might
is
need Brunson for your list, man. You missing one.
I don't need Brunson. Good there.
Dante DiVincenzo.
Nah, nah.
You want
Ooh,
me to tell you my list? It might help you out. I think
yeah.
if I tell you the 2 people off mine that you're missing, I got you. So I got Steph.
Oh, give me
Then
Grace. Oh, I was about to say Grayson Allen, but I want some star power.
all right, look, Steph, Clay, Dame,
Okay,
Ida,
okay,
Cat,
got
AD,
okay.
Trey Young,
88. That's a good one. That's
and
all I was
Chris
missing.
Porzingis. So I had 2 bigs in there.
I
I
like.
think I think Porzy would be a good him and Cat. That if I had to put 2 bigs in it, I think him and Cat would be cool. Him, Cat, KD, 3 7 footers. One of them could win that jump.
I like that. That's a good
Trey
one.
would probably have to shoot from a little farther back though. Not that I don't think he could hit that. That would be a crazy jump. I still think Steph wins it easily, but
I don't know about easily, but
not
like
easy. Clay might be on his ass. It's gonna, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's gonna be good. Hey, that's kind of fun, man. I would be excited to see that, man. Back in the day, you could put them on NBA Live and run that jump, but NBA Live is no longer here. Shout out to the gaming community. Uh, but some other things that came from the All Star break, man. We got a lot of you see a lot of duos forming, right? You might have seen the photo surface, Donovan Mitchell, 50 Cent, Fat Joe, and Jalen Brunson. You probably seen that. Uh Best kept secret in the NBA, man. But you also see a lot of other friendships, right? And the big one of this week was Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic, right? The bromance that we never thought we needed. The two guys that did not care at all about this thing, right? They made it fun. They had their thing. But some came out it might have been actually earlier today or earlier in the week. Uh Jokic actually said, if things don't work out in Dallas, Luka can always come to Denver. My question to you is, how do you feel about that duo? And could that duo actually work considering kind of how they play? Do you have space for two slow moving European ball dominant guys in Nell's NBA? What do you think?
I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, I
Maybe.
think I think Luka's play style is with Jokic would be interesting because I don't think Jokic really, demand plays that ISO, no cutting, no moving kind of brand of basketball. So like it would certainly be like a work in progress, and Luka would have to like
He'd have to
really
change.
sacrifice. But like I don't know, like you see the way like I don't want to I don't want to get disrespectful on here, but you see the way that they'd be all up under each other All Star Weekend every year. Like they just got that kind of connection,
Yeah,
So like at this, it's kind of like a foregone conclusion. I kind of feel like eventually one day before their careers are over, they're
might
gonna
as well.
like
Might as well.
I just feel like it's gonna happen. Like it's a foregone conclusion. But I think it'll be real interesting. I mean, look,
I
two
would
M-
love to see a European big three. They need to add another guy so they can be like back when Bron, D Wade, Melo, Chris Bosh, all them was crazy. The
Franz
banana.
Wagner.
Hey, listen, Jokic, uh, Luca, you throw Wimby in there.
No, that's
Now
cheap.
you're crazy.
That's
Now
cheap.
you're crazy. That's the all European big three right there.
That's cheating. But
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. They need to get back. They need to get back to the world versus USA jump. That'd have been fire this year. Think about that if they all play right, like all-star game.
for the
That would
All Star
probably
or the Rising
nah.
Star.
Let's do like make that the all-star game. Like there's enough good European stars now.
Nah,
Giannis, you put Embiid over there just cause. Jokic, Luca, you can put you can put Shea because he's from Canada, right? So like the All-Star USA versus All-Star World.
I don't think
That
you're gonna have enough. I don't think you're gonna have enough.
the world team would kill us.
Not to split up the teams evenly. I just don't think you'd
It
have
would
a.
be the world team would be more front loaded, of course. Like you'd have to sneak some guys on that roster, but I mean, shoot, we be sneaking guys on the All Star team anyway. Ain't no reason
That's just
Scott
gonna open
Jones
up
on that list.
a whole nother mess with All
It
Star.
would, it would, but I'm just saying, I think that'd be kind of cool to see. Just from I mean, hey, they might take that more. Look, if nothing else, those European guys play with their countries, man. So you playing for the world on there, and Luca
Like you
and
slap Luka and Jokic on any All Star game, and you are getting zero effort. That is 100% fact.
you're probably right. We lucky they even show up at this point. We
That's how
lucky.
fact. Then.
Hey, well, hey, that's gonna wrap it up for the All Star, man. I think that would be cool. I think a little Jokic Luca tandem will be all right. I think it would, like you said, Luca would have to
Hey, look,
sacrifice.
they both would be out there throwing dimes to
Yeah,
each other.
you put them with three just solid role guys, bro.
That's another corny thing about the Lost. We can't even we don't even know what that might look like because they don't want to
They don't
take
try. Hey,
they don't take possessions. The best possession was probably the one where they kept passing back and
back and
forth,
forth to each other. Yeah,
all
yeah,
touch the ground, and then Jokic hit the behind the back to I think it was Shea. But
yeah.
like yeah, that was fire. Like why can't we get more stuff like that?
Hey, maybe things will change. I'm sure Adam Silver, he's got some stuff up his sleeve, man.
It,
But LeBron James also stole headlines again. in typical LeBron fashion. He said he's about 50-50 on his farewell tour, right? He's like, do you want a farewell tour or do I want to Tim Duncan the thing and just boom, I'm gone? You know what I'm saying? So, you had to, if you got the script, you get to choose what LeBron does. What would you like for him to do?
We need that farewell tour easily. I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
it has
Like,
to happen. It's gonna happen. I don't even know why he's lying.
yeah, yeah,
This is
yeah.
LeBron James. He's I wouldn't be surprised if
The one
Bron,
that crowned himself during the introductions, got the chosen one tatted on his chest.
like,
Like
dude, he's gonna have a farewell
now
tour.
he don't want a farewell tour.
He liable to pull a Brady, say he's gonna retire, do the farewell tour, lose in dramatic fashion or something, right? And then be like, oh, actually, I'm gonna come back. And now we're
Right?
gonna be like, we
Arnie
did
signed
all,
for team. Yeah, I'm there.
you know what I'm saying? I want him to have a farewell tour because, I mean, you think about Kobe's, right? I like Kobe Bryant's final game. I will always remember exactly where I was, right? And I feel like everybody will, right? I'm college, University of Tennessee, dorms with my boys CJ, Marcus, my friends Alex, Renee. We was in there watching Kobe's final game. Everybody and their mama's gonna remember LeBron's final season. Now, is it gonna get kind of played out after a while? Probably.
No, not the man.
No,
That's
because and this is
one of
why.
the greats of
Oh,
all
absolutely. I mean,
time.
this. Hey, I just said it. I think. Hey, I'm willing to say LeBron is the GOAT. So I understand. But what I mean is, we know how Bron is. He a little corny sometimes, right? And he gonna milk it. He gonna milk the jump. And I just see guys like I don't want every game that Bron plays, right? It's like, okay, this is Bron's last time playing in Charlotte,
But that's
right?
exactly why
You're
we
gonna
need
be like, oh,
the farewell tour.
it's gonna be nasty. I'll tell you from a business perspective, whatever team he's on, whatever team he's playing against, they selling them joints out. He deserves it, and I want him to have it. And I'm just saying, I know Bron gonna somehow, some way make me annoyed while he does it, but I would 100% love to see him do it because I think that last game, Bron's one of them guys. He gonna do something stupid.
It's not even just about the last game. I mean, like, think about uh the last matchups with Steph and
Yeah,
KD
that's
and
true. That's true.
some of the guys that he's been playing against,
That's gonna be
his career and had the biggest rivalries with. Like, I remember when Kobe and LeBron had, their last regular season matchup against each other. And that moment, those
no,
two shared, and, the energy throughout the game, like, wouldn't
yeah,
want to miss out on something like that if, knowing that this could be the last time that we see LeBron and Steph share the court together, LeBron and KD. I mean, it took us like 2-3 years just to get LeBron and KD, back on the court, at the same time. So it's like,
yeah.
us as fans, we need to be able to cherish, those last moments, because and with LeBron going, it's going to be a whole different NBA.
Truly, I do hope whenever LeBron decides to hang it up, he does it while he's still in a place to really, really go out. You know what I'm saying? Like Kobe had the injuries, he went out swinging. You know what I'm saying? But I think Bron could play. I don't mean 2, 3. Like how many years? How many more years we think we got of Bron?
He definitely. I don't know how many, but like he
He
still
could probably go
like
three
he
to
could
five
go
more.
for 2 to 4. Yeah, like
Yeah, and be all right. But I want him like I want Braun to be Braun still when he's going out. You know, I don't want it to be a pity farewell
it's to the
tour.
point where I don't even like. It would just be weird to even see a version of
See
him
Braun not be good.
like
You
less
know,
less than 20.
it would
Like
be.
like until he just like they carry him off that court, like he can get you 26-6.
And this is a guy that spends lots of money on taking care of his body in the offseason. Like Braun's fine. Braun understands how to manage himself. We'll see another historic playoff push, hopefully, which we'll get to in a little bit. But as far as the farewell tour, man, I'm we all know he's gonna have one, and I'm excited for it. I like what you say. That last matchup against all those guys. I mean, even even a passing of the torch type matchup. Maybe with like a him and like an ant. Say in couple years, him and I want to say Jason Tatum, but I don't want to say Jason Tatum. So I'll say Jason Tatum for lack of another person right now, just on that wing, that can be a guy, be a superstar, mega star, whatever. But yeah, man. I hope so. I just know that ticket is gonna be for that the tickets all year for that farewell tour is gonna be nasty for Braun. And hopefully he
It's
can put it on him.
when Braun come to town just on a regular
Just
year when they struggling.
exactly.
Whew.
So we'll see, man. We got a couple more points to hit, man. Coming out of the All-Star break, uh, you know, this is the final push for teams to make the playoffs. We've seen the Milwaukee Bucks, they fired their coach. They're 3-7 with Doc Rivers in their last 10 games, heading into the break. Dame had a great All-Star weekend, right? MVP,
Trying
three-point
to get back
contest
in
winner.
the groove.
Hey, that sometimes all you need to see is to go through a couple times on a big stage. But are you confident that, after what we've seen out of them, that this team can figure it out, return to form, and beat the Milwaukee Bucks that we've come to know for the last 3-4 years down the stretch?
I think they will. I think as crazy as it sounds, I think Dame kind of he's been struggling shooting this year. I think he's going to come back second half, kind of ready to go. And I think you'll see the pairing between him and Giannis kind of be the best that it's been all season. Um, they, look, they've struggled under Doc for sure, but it's not. It's kind of like with the Clippers when they made the trade for Harden, and they lost 6 in a row to start. We said it was going to take time. Like you got to just try to let it play out. I think they're still the second best team in the East. And look, as long as they lose to Boston, yeah, second best team in the East. Stop it. As long as they lose to Boston, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I don't think they folded. But if they lost to anybody else, I think I personally would be kind of shocked. Look, I think when it comes playoff time and the game slows down, uh, Dame and Giannis are just going to be a handful. Um, look, there's some questions about Doc. We've seen it in his last couple of stops. He's had the talent. He just hasn't been able to get it done. Um, they paid him a ton of money to come in and try to fix a 30-13 team that had the second best offense in the league. Obviously, we know about their struggles defensively, but I don't know. You got Dame and Giannis. It's just kind of hard for me to not see them figuring it out. I mean, they've been struggling, quote unquote. They've gone through coaching changes, this rough stretch of being 3-7, yet they're still the third seed in the East, a couple games out of the second spot, and you got two of the best players in the league on your team. So like you could be in a worse situation and they still got time to kind of still work on that chemistry and figure it out. And I think come playoff time, look, it's going to come down to them at Boston at the end of the day, in my opinion.
You are entitled to that opinion. I don't agree with you.
I'm
I
sure you.
don't. One, they're not the second best team in the East.
Okay.
Two, I don't have any confidence in Doc Rivers. And I also don't really have much confidence in that team
Confidence
overall.
in Doc is fair. It's fair.
I mean, I understand what you're saying in the point of, yeah, as the playoffs go on, and let me finish what I was saying. As the playoffs go on, you have two of the best players in the NBA. Dame, you got Giannis. That's gonna be hard to guard for any team.
And I think Dame is going to unlock something in their half court in the playoffs that they haven't had prior years.
I think if it hasn't happened now, I don't think it will happen. I don't think that I don't think the coaching changes that much. First of all, I don't think that their
It was a
team is
fair thing
bad.
to do.
It was stupid. I mean, we agree. Doc keep talking like he don't even want the job. I'm like, hey, bro, you didn't have to accept it.
Oh,
You
no,
know what
he
I'm
wanted
saying?
the job. He wanted
Exactly. Exactly. Whatever. I just don't think I don't really like their team. Really, I don't really like the supporting cast. You know, these are guys that they've been with and they've won with historically, but I just think losing Budenholzer really kind of changed this entire team, and adding Dame changed them as well. I don't really love the Brook Lopez thing. Every time you see Dame with the ball, it's Brook Lopez right here. Like, you don't get your move. Like, that's not going to change unless they decide to take him out the lineup, which changed their team again. They got Bobby Portis off the bench. You got Malik Beasley, streaky shooter. What, they got Pat Bev now?
Freaky this year,
Yeah,
knocking that thing down.
yeah.
I think he leads
That's,
league percentage, or he's like
look,
top three.
my thing is this: most teams have two guys now, and granted, they don't have the names of Giannis or Dame, but I don't think that like I could see if the Sixers are healthy, I'd be all right.
Ah, man.
If the Knicks are healthy, I'm all right. I'm being real with you. I just don't see the same Bucks team that I've seen the last few years. And I just don't think like I
And
love
the
Dame.
same Bucks team that's like still been top three in the standings the last couple years.
That's fine. Who's
Like
number one
they
in the West
the
right
same
now?
spot.
Who's number one in the West?
Minnesota.
All right. So don't talk to me about this. Don't talk to me about that. Because
What?
what they gonna do in the playoffs?
As long as they
Nothing.
don't come into Miami,
Huh?
you you talking about Minnesota or Milwaukee?
I'm talking about Minnesota right now. I was
We
segueing.
don't know.
Okay, nothing. Right. So I don't really care what the Bucks got going during the regular season. I just I would love to be wrong. Actually, I would
Exactly. 'Cause once we get to the playoffs, like good luck stopping Dame and Giannis.
understand, but if what they got right now don't get fixed, it's not gonna get fixed by then. Three and
Come
seven
on.
underdog.
First of all, you I already know you said they're not second best in the East because I'm assuming you got your Knicks there.
I do.
So I got to bring up playoff Julius Randle only go one way.
He was hurt.
Like,
He was hurt.
okay, all right. I'm saying we know his playoff resume.
That's all right. We've got enough around him that he just needs to just do his thing
Okay,
and just be chill. Just hey, this ain't about the Knicks. We're talking about the Bucks, man. Hey,
but
I don't. I
you're
just
talking about the Bucks kind of crazy. So clearly you got
the
team
question
built
was
around.
confidence. The
All right,
question was my level of confidence, and I'm not confident they're gonna figure it out. I'm not confident.
confident because of the other teams in the East.
Okay, that's interesting. You just think they're just that much better than everybody else, which is I mean, that's
Not
true.
that much better, but good enough to
You
where
know,
like
without Embiid, y'all aren't nothing right now.
exactly.
Granted, say he'll be back. And if the Bucks, I mean, if the Knicks limp into the playoffs, Julius hurt, you know,
Even
Tibbs
if it's fine,
playing. Nah, at full strength, I love the Knicks, and I
I would
mean
say
that.
so. Not against the Bucks necessarily, but
Oh,
I
I
would,
love them at full. I had this argument today at work. I love the Knicks against anybody except the Celtics, and
okay,
I even like the Knicks to take the Celtics to 7, maybe
okay.
6. I'm tripping. I just don't see it, man. And I feel like Giannis and Dame, those are two superstars that like when shit gets bad, they gonna talk, they gonna show it. Like we ain't seen Giannis be on a losing team for real, right?
Except they're
And
for
right, it's never early, so
and it
like
still isn't a losing team.
it's just I just don't see it, bro. If Doc don't turn it around and they don't like if they come out right, I think their first game is against y'all. Maybe when they come back, like they come back and they lose a couple. If they don't go 8-2 in they first 10 out of the stretch, it's cooked for them.
It's
It's
cooked. If they don't go 8-2,
yeah.
like what's cooked?
I don't think they will win a championship. I don't think they'll make it out the East.
Okay.
Like
I mean,
they'll be a top.
I think Boston's a favorite in the East, so
I mean, of
I
course,
don't think they'll make it out the East either.
but I
But
mean, so we got Giannis and Dame. These are the guys you said can do it all. Slow it
they
down to
can,
half court. Slow it
they
down to
can.
half. We just seen you talking about playoff. We seen what Drew Holiday doing in the playoffs.
And not a Celtics got Drew Holiday.
Exactly. So in
They
theory,
also got Derek White and Tatum and Jalen Brown and Kristaps.
great team, well put together. Brad Stevens doing his thing,
Yeah, so
and the Bucks not. So I have no confidence in them. If the standard is you're gonna win a championship, you're a championship team contender. I'm comparing you to the standard, which would be the what? The Celtics right now. So I
all
mean
right.
the
So
Nuggets
you
too.
say it's like, is this like championship or bust for the Celtics?
Every year is a championship or bust for the Celtics.
Okay, somebody got to lose, right?
It's gonna be the Bucks. I'm like if the Bucks, I would not be surprised if the Bucks get to the playoffs and lose to somebody like the Heat again. And with Doc Rivers, I'm even more confident in saying that.
I don't disagree with you.
All right, that's cool. I appreciate that.
Miami is always a wild card against Milwaukee, but I think things would be different this time around with Dame.
Okay. I hope. I mean, I would hope so.
Drew really struggled that series on both ends.
Playoff Drew
And obviously, Giannis missed a couple games that series, but he didn't look great in the other games either.
can't shoot the
I
basketball.
think you wouldn't have a meltdown. You wouldn't have as many meltdowns in the fourth quarter with Dame on your team because Jimmy was just ripping our hearts out in the fourth quarter. I think now you got somebody that can kind of match you shot for shot in the fourth. We know Giannis isn't that shot maker.
So say that Dame misses.
It's possible.
What happens? Where do you turn next?
Turn right back to him.
So you just let Dame just shoot till he figure it out. You're not gonna win the championship like that.
You can say that about anything. What if Tatum misses?
That's what he be doing. That's why they don't win either.
I mean, fair, but like
I'm just saying. All I'm saying
it's only two
is,
teams we're coming down to. Like it's a make or miss league. Like
I
the
hey,
point is, Dame ain't afraid to go take another
I
one.
love Dame. I hope I don't.
Probably make it.
Hey, all right. It's more about Doc Rivers and the rest of the roster
That's
than it is
fair.
Dame
Like
roster.
Doc is
I
like
don't love their roster.
all star concern.
I think that roster played great, you know, for Budenholzer. I think he maximized a lot of those guys' potential. I think uh yeah, you have two superstars that can hold it down. Like at the end of the day, like yeah, you're gonna get a ball to Giannis, you're gonna get a ball to Dame and let them work in the playoffs. And if Giannis got to get 50, if Dame got to get 50, I'm sure they'll die trying. I'm not doubting that. It's just I don't think that the guys around him that they need to make plays are they gonna do it? I don't think so.
Don't
It's,
forget they got Pat Bev now. Pitbull.
how many attempts does he have? Does he have? We talk about Pat Bev like he gonna really
Look,
catapult somebody to he
look,
ain't never did it.
look. He
He's
gonna be
never
on.
done
He
it.
gonna be on
He's a
Giannis' ass.
okay.
We
Nixon,
hope, man.
Nixon fold.
And four is crazy.
We had another big thing happen over the All-Star break. It might not be that big to most people because it's
It's
the
a
Knicks.
toss up if the Knicks beat the Sixers in the playoffs.
I'm talking about y'all. We play our first game on Thursday night.
Well,
7 o'clock.
I got to be we're
Oh, fortunate. I'm gonna keep stats of how much we beat y'all this year, just like you've done every year for me. Remember when
it's
you used to tell
like
me how Ben Simmons never lost to the Knicks and all that stuff?
I didn't start bringing that up until it got to like 14, 10, 12 straight. Like it was like
I'm gonna let you know whether we win one, two, three, four straight on Thursday night. You're gonna get a call from me.
all right.
All
I
right,
probably didn't answer, but
that's fine. I know you're gonna turn it off. You're gonna be done with it by the second quarter. I know you are.
I haven't look. I don't watch many Sixers games since Embiid went out.
That's not real. I watched all the Knicks games since Julius been out.
Look, this sports shit is hitting different this year.
Mel said I'm done with sports, man.
It's hitting different. Like it's just too depressing.
I understand, bro. I understand. I understand. Look, Jock Vaughn got fired from the Brooklyn Nets. Quick thoughts on that, along with the Nets' plan to rebuild their roster around 28-year-old Mikal Bridges. Thoughts?
It was sad to see that, but even though it might have been the right decision, it's not
I feel
like
like
you
they do this often.
not like you had much to work with there. Um, it's a team full of role players, and look, I'm a big fan of Mikel, but like
You know he wants to be.
it's not even that. It's just if
Well,
you have
Nets fans hate him now because of that.
if you have any hopes of actually like trying to win a championship,
He's probably
it's
yes.
just not going to happen with you trying to build around Mikhail. Now, if you were trying to go find a star that can, take over, be the franchise and, have Mikhail be one of your, core players, one of your big threes or whatever, I could maybe get down with that. But saying he's going to be the franchise guy, the number one, we're trying to bring in players to suit his skill set. You're just not going to win a championship that way. You
Right?
just won't.
Yeah, the Nets have the if you want a role player, call the Nets. The problem is they're overvalued by the Nets, right? I think what trade deadline they wanted multiple firsts for Dorian Finney-Smith. They wanted multiple firsts for Mikal Bridges. Mind you, they did not pay all that to get either of those guys.
I think they turned down a couple
Like
trades.
you, right? You turn down trades to send these guys away. You
Not
know,
sure what they're doing there.
Cam Thomas is an elite scorer,
Ben
right?
Simmons
But
money from
but
him.
right, you just got a lot of guys that's like, I mean, they not bad. I mean, shoot, if you got to watch the Nets play one day on ESPN, you're not gonna be
I
pissed.
just want someone to send Ben. I just want them to send Ben Simmons to Detroit or something. Like I want Ben in basketball purgatory. Send him to Canada or something. Like
They
because I know
uh,
he had fun there.
hey, they got Kevin Ollie. Ben might become Ben again. A lot of guys like Kevin Ollie.
Oh, no, he won't become Ben again, but at least he can suffer while he's making millions.
Hey, you
Some,
know, I I don't have the same sentiment for Ben. I don't know the pain he's caused to you, but I know that the
I'm kind
Nets.
of over it, but like,
Yeah,
yeah, like
I mean, it cost you a chance to win a championship, man. You can't be over it.
I'm over it.
That was the year. That was the year. That was it. You had one job, dunk the ball.
There were a lot of other issues that game as well. So
Sure.
I
That's
won't.
true.
Don't send me back to that dark place.
All right,
Let's.
we won't. We won't. Let's look ahead. Let's wrap this episode up by looking ahead. Post All-Star break, you know, what teams are we looking at in the second half of the season to make a push? That could be a team that's gonna make a run to the contender status. Clearly you're high on the Bucks that they can make that push. Or it could just be a team that's like, huh?
They're kind of already there.
Yeah, yeah, right, right. But then you got teams that might be on the lower end that just need to make a run to get in the playoffs. So I'm gonna tell you, I broke it down: two teams on the East, two teams on the West. Uh, but let me know who you got. Your four teams, and give me a little synopsis, man.
I don't know if I got four teams for you,
All
but
right, you ain't
like
gotta give me four. I got four for you though.
I'm thinking the Pacers, Siakam and Halliburton, they gonna go on a little run.
I mean, I like the Pacers more than I give credit for. I do.
I don't know, how high they can get in the standings, but Sixers are falling. Um, they're only like 3 games back at the third seed right now.
Can't
So
believe the Cavs are the third seed in the East.
they're second.
Second, even worse. Nasty ball.
They had like a crazy 9 game
They
winning
did.
streak.
Went on a run. They had a weak little jump though, but never mind.
Uh, Warriors are starting to pick it up. I'm thinking we'll see if they can maintain that play-in spot. I think Miami has, especially with the Sixers struggling. We'll see how long Embiid is out. I think Miami has a chance to, maybe creep up into the top six. So those are kind of a couple of teams. I'm definitely looking at to see what Minnesota and OKC do if they, young team, first time really being in this position, if they hold on to those top two seeds, or if they let the veteran teams like the Clippers and the Nuggets kind of creep back up and claim home court. So that'll be interesting to see second half. Those are kind of the teams that I'm looking at.
Yeah. So I mean, I like Golden State. That's on my list. I think Draymond has helped re-energize that team again a little bit, right? I think we might have seen.
Heart and soul.
Yeah, I mean, it's as simple as that. That's what he is. He's playing good ball, rebounding, getting assists. He's hitting open jumpers. I think that last game for Clay before the All-Star break kind of helped him out too, right? Big for his confidence. I mean, hey, Clay is a fellow light-skinned brother. He probably deals with some struggles of having to maintain confidence. He's very he has a big ego, right? We've known that from how he felt about being disrespected, about not being in the top 100. He's been struggling with his role this entire season, but he comes off the bench for the first time and boom, you get 35. So I think that helps them. I think that's big for them. Steph needs that. I was talking to a friend about, kind of like we were just talking about with Braun. Like Steph, how much longer is Steph gonna play? It would be a lot easier for him to play a little bit longer if he don't have to do every single thing on the floor. So I think Golden State might be figuring it out. at least enough to get to the play-in. I feel like unfortunately we're walking right into another Steph Bron play-in game because that seems to be how they like doing things now, and we don't get to see both of them in the playoffs no more. Um, I'm curious to see the Knicks, of course. I think the Knicks are poised to make a push. I think we're gonna get back Dante, Hartenstein, OG should be back soon. Mitchell Robinson will be back before the end of March. Julius will be back for the end of March. That's now it'll be interesting to see how those pieces fit together. I see your face.
I mean, no,
Um,
I'm actually like I thought the Knicks had a great trade deadline, so I'm
yeah,
actually
it's both Bogdanovich will be back, Bojan,
it's a deep
and
squad with a coach that only likes to play six players. So like
it's
I'm
guys, man.
interested.
We got 10 guys and he only
Whatever.
gonna play six, man. I've been thinking about that a lot. I'm like, this man ain't gonna play none of these dudes.
See, we're gonna see
But
how the rotation look.
we'll see exactly once the Knicks get past that. Um, I think the Orlando Magic have a chance. I think Paolo and Franz, they're starting to realize, look, we can both average almost 25 a game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they're gonna be a contender, but I think they're probably like I think they're like fifth or sixth right now in the East. I think they'll try to make that push to maintain that. They don't want to be a playing team this year, so we might see them as a playoff team. Then my last team is the Phoenix Suns. To piggyback off your point about the two young teams and the Thunder and the Timberwolves that are trying to hold down the spots. You got teams like the Suns. It's playoff basketball now for them. Moving forward, every game matters. I think Bill got a little banged up towards close to the All-Star game again. But I'm sure he'll come back healthy. I think KD Book, they'll be healthy. They'll be ready to make a run. Grayson Allen, who you talked about, he's playing really, really well right now. Um, so I think the Suns are gonna make a push. I think KD and Book are gonna be like, look, we can't keep losing, So we gonna figure that thing out. And I think we're gonna have a really interesting race, in on both sides, West and the East, as we get to it. The Nuggets, they got to pick it up a little bit. I think they kind of just in cruise control because they've been there before. The Lakers need to make a run. So, hey, the best thing is we only got a couple more days to wait before it's back. So, and at this point, every game matters. It's gonna fly by. So, hey, that's me. I think my Knicks 2 seed in the East, man.
I'm on ice until Embiid gets back. Pretty much.
Honestly, is he coming back?
I don't know. Probably not. Embiid's never been one to come back like early from like a something serious.
Yeah, he gonna
That
chill.
John's like 6 to 8 weeks. Like
And he can't win MVP now, so
you
what are we
lucky
playing?
8 to 8 weeks.
All right,
Oh yeah.
that's all right, man. That hey,
You just talked when they said he only committed seven
yeah,
more games.
yeah. So
Like
we knew that. Yeah, he he would
you
have been the one to
that
miss
wasn't gonna
just
happen.
7 more. Yeah, yeah. That's tough,
If
man.
that would have happened, we probably would have made a serious run at the chip because basketball gods was just blessing us if he made it through the rest of the season without missing with getting over 65 games.
Yeah, that would have been tough, man. You got anything to leave us with, man? Any final thoughts from Nell? How did never mind. What was that? Go ahead. You have any thoughts?
It's more effort than the All-Star game.
Hey, Nell wants more effort, man. Hey, Adam, listen to the pod. Get a
I'm done. Next year, I'm watching the 2001 All-Star game.
Allen Iverson.
2025 can kick rocks. You feel me?
We'll see, man. We'll see what happens. I'm sure Adam got something under his sleeve, man.
Right on.
Just didn't they do an incentive driven joint one time last year or something? Wasn't it like you get some money if you won? Was that last year? Oh,
Probably
hey,
try. Who
we.
cares?
I'm not sure. It'll be fun,
They did
man.
like a charity thing. Like each quarter was like for a charity.
Yeah, maybe there was that. Yeah, was that last year?
I don't know. They did it for
They,
like
they played whatever year that was. They tried at least towards the end of each quarter. That was cool.
yeah, because each quarter it was like
Yeah, they tried.
you get 50,000 something like that towards charity. The conference's charity.
We'll see what happens, man. But look, that's gonna wrap it up for us today, man. That's season 3, episode 29. We appreciate y'all rocking with us as always. I gotta do my last spiel. Follow us, subscribe, comment, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, 2 for 2 pod everywhere, man. Just keep running the numbers up, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. listen in, watch the YouTube if you are able to, if you like that kind of thing. If not, like I said, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Spreaker, or you can just turn the YouTube channel on and just listen and not watch us. Multiple avenues, multiple streams, man. Shout out to our guy Walt P for holding down the social media as always. And that's gonna do it for us. Like I said, season 3, episode 29, 2 for 2. We out.